Well, kia ora everybody. No mai haere mai. And welcome to Puketawhero Park here in Rotorua as we continue coverage of the NZRL National Youth Tournament for 2023. Two games coming up this afternoon for you here on day two, and they're both going to be playoffs for teams trying to get 5th and 6th in the 16s and 18s. And first up in the 16s, we've got Wellington against Bay of Plenty. So the winner of this game here is going to move through to playoff for 5th tomorrow morning. And later on in the 18s, we're going to have Wellington and Bay of Plenty playing each other again in that age group to determine who goes through to the 5th and 6th playoff game tomorrow morning. So this Wellington team, we have seen them earlier on day one. They lost to Aotearoa 22-12 in that game. Came back to beat Coastline 28-0 in their second game, and then drew with Mid Central this morning 10-all. Bay of Plenty have had 3 games. They lost all 3. Mid Central 12-10, Aotearoa 34-12, and the South Island 28 points to 16. So that's where we're at with these two teams.
Closer on this side. Closer.
And I'm pleased to say that heavy shower of rain, which we experienced for an earlier game, has now passed, and we have dry conditions again and even a little sunny. We are expecting more heavy showers today here in Rotorua. Hopefully there won't be any more before the end of play today at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you've been enjoying all the coverage, not only of the boys tournament, but of the girls tournament earlier on in the week. Now, the other bit of news we can tell you is at the same time this game's been played, the major semi-finals are going to be played on other fields here between the top 4 teams. And the 2 major semi-finals we've got this year here are going to be Auckland Vulcans against South Island Scorpions and Waikato playing Aotearoa. So the winner of those 2 games will go through to tomorrow's final, which will be broadcasting live here for you at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we'll be able to give you those results a little bit later on today. But if you want to see them before or follow them live scoring, you can do that on nzrl.co.nz. Just follow the links, click on grassroots and follow the links to tournaments, and you'll eventually get to the youth competition page where all the results, match centres, try scorers, standings are all loaded up for you to have a look at. So it's going to be the Bay to kick off against the Orcas. So 20 minutes each way, and we are underway in this contest. So the winner through, remember, to play in the 5th and 6th playoff tomorrow, and straight away. Holy smoke, that was a heck of a kick return there by Anthony Vaifanga. Straight away, a big message has been sent there to the Bay of Plenty Lakers, as Wellington's big forwards get them back to halfway with just 2 tackles. And here comes Vaifanga again. And he's lost the ball, but the referee says it's been illegally stripped out of his hands. So, solid start to the Orcas.
D up, bro, D up.
And they're just using their big lads there, Vaifanga in particular. And also Xavier Sola is another one to keep your eye on, number 23. Big athletic lad. As the boys from the capital city look to fire up in this game, particularly early in the match. And Samuelu gets Sola involved again. So Bay Plenty's defence is going to have to be on it here. Ignacio Brown at dummy half for the Orcas. And now Atkins, Taira Kena for Wellington. Slow play the ball. That's better from Bay of Plenty to slow it down. Now Richards takes the gap. Almost gets through Whaanui Richards. Ignacio Brown again. And now throwing himself into the line is Ethan Todd. So he's just a few metres out. Tackle has been completed, so he's going to have to go back to play it. Now Wellington looking to spread this Bay of Plenty defence. And in the meantime, a cutback run from Faitala. So Wellington hunting away here. Defence is pretty solid from Bay of Plenty so far on their line. They've done all right. And that's good work from the Bay. Now, are they back out of the field of play? They are, but only just. As Ronan Byford only just got back into the field of play, and now a little dart away from dummy half is a good run. Is Apuakai Jackson Williams. We saw him at the District 9s earlier on in the year, the fullback. Pretty good little prospect is Jackson Williams. He's already scored 2 tries in the tournament. Elusive runner. Now the Lakers looking to play some football. Poor pass that time, and unfortunately a tough one for Hansen to take there.
Boys, complete your sets.
So Bay of Plenty give Wellington a full set inside their own 30. So it's going to be tough to defend this Wellington team, although Bay of Plenty's goal line defence was solid. To start this match, and they're going to have to do the same here again. So Richards feeds the scrum again, and out in the midfield comes Faitala. Canasio Brown at dummy half again. Here's Atkins. Taira Kenna. Driven back in the end by some good Lakers D. A little shift off the leg by Harema Sione. There's a good run. He's still going.
Slippery.
Yeah, the crowd got it spot on. Slippery little play, and there's a little error at the play the ball. These referees don't miss much. So Bay of Plenty with a defensive set here. They've done well to not concede any points in the first 5 minutes here, the Lakers. And now they couldn't get to the end of their set the first time, so we'll see if they can actually get it done here. Good burst upfield here by Bay of Plenty. Oh, that's hard luck. Unfortunately slipping on the turf. And a penalty has been awarded. So a good return of the football by Bay of Plenty's Ronan Byford there. And well done to him. Great kick too from Bay of Plenty. Look how much territory they've gained from that touch finder. That's a beauty. So here comes the Bay now with their first chance inside Wellington's half. Sayers is going to slot into dummy half here. Jason Sayers is the coach of this team, by the way. Let's see what he's managed to drill into his team here as they look to spread it wide straight away. There's the offload. Good defence from Wellington. Unfortunately, Midwood over there couldn't run in for the score. But a nice shift of the ball from Bay of Plenty. And Owen did a great job of going through that gap. So there's a little reminder that this game might be a bit tight, with both teams attacking pretty well so far. So Wellington more possession for them, and threatening to break through straight away for the Capital City boys is Ben Teal. Well, poor pass out of dummy half that time, but no knock on. And Richards goes back to tidy up for Wellington. Now, Taitua is going to settle it down in midfield. You're watching the 16s age group match between Wellington and Bay of Plenty. These two teams, the winner of this game will go through to the 5th and 6th playoff tomorrow. Bit of pressure on the head there, the referee says, so penalty to Wellington. And at the same time, the semi-finals in this division are being played as well. So we'll give you a half-time score when those scores get loaded up. Here comes Wellinton again. Pretty decent touch finder. Good carry straight off the bat, but some good D by Bay of Plenty. Headline there by CJ Putahi, who was in there making a solid tackle there on Wellington's Faitala. Again, Bay of Plenty driving back. That's good work. And again, it's Byford who's showing out early, the 14. He made a line break and he's made some good tackles already for his side. Wellington through Taitua. Again, the tackling solid by Bay of Plenty. Ikanasio Brown, and now here comes Vaifanga once more. Wellington 20 metres out. Richards. Needed some quick hands there. They couldn't quite get it out wide, but it's still alive there for Ethan Todd. But again, tidied up, and there's a little mistake at the tackle. And again, that was well done to Bay of Plenty. Good defence there. And putting in the hard yards are the Bay of Plenty team. And rewarded for their endeavour by winning some possession back again here. A tight game, no score in the first 9 minutes. Let's see if the deadlock can be broken here. Puakai Williams. Puakai Jackson Williams, rather, from fullback. A little mousetrap play is not working there at all for Bay of Plenty. Well read by Wellington's defence that time. So more traditional play from Bay of Plenty as Baden Imani comes back against the grain. And now this dangerous left edge again. And away he goes again. Good little burst upfield by Pomale. Saw him break through on that left edge before, and now throwing himself into the line is Christiansen. That was Sayers at dummy half. How good's this cross kick going to be? Bit of pressure coming here for Wellington's fullback. Now, did he take that in the field of play, Graham, or was it in the in-goal area? Looked like it was in the field of play. Yes, it was. Just what a great kick across field there. Perfectly weighted. And a good chase led by Dante Hansen for Bay of Plenty. It's going to give them a repeat set, it seems. So unless Richards goes short here and they reclaim the kickoff, Wellington. Well, that's set up perfectly there for Bay of Plenty's Dobson. So Jasper Dobson plays it. And now here comes Richards Tefo. He's inside the 10. Sayers. At dummy half. Here's Pomale again, who's been very dangerous with the ball in hand. Tavita Pomale. Bay of Plenty still have a chance here. This is Renata, who's trying to barge over. Wow, Bay of Plenty would be doing fantastically well to score here after absorbing a lot of early pressure. Back on the inside is Amani, and there is the score. Baden Amani capitalises on that defence, and Bay of Plenty open the scoring. Good try scored by them. They were under severe defensive pressure earlier on. And Amani, good speed off the mark, saw the gap, and off he went to score his first try of the tournament. Been averaging just over 2 tries a game in their 3 games to this point, have the Bay. And now Richards Tefo is going to try and kick this goal. He's nailed 5 goals. He's only missed 1 in his last 2 games. He's actually only missed 2 goals. So 5 from 7 in the tournament so far. It's not too shabby. And this one here, nice comfortable one to start for Tukatahi Richards Tefo. Too much rugby league experience at national level in this Bay of Plenty team. In fact, just 4 players in this team ended up at the District 9s in Easter earlier on in the year, and they all played for Coastline. It was Puakai, Jackson Williams, Tyson Hanson, the halfback, Dante Hanson, the 13, and Callum Keel, who we haven't seen yet. He's been named in the interchange for this game. So Bay of Plenty out to a 6-0 scoreline. And Bay of Plenty thoroughly deserve their lead. So Wellington restart play. Good chase by Wellington's number 3 and 2 there, Teal and Rapana. And it's still alive there for Bay of Plenty. A late offload. Referee says the tackle wasn't completed, and again. Ooh, away goes Jackson Williams again. Elusive player. Right on the halfway, so a great return of the football again for the Lakers. Here's Richard Steffo. We're going to look for some space on the right edge this time, and well, that's going to go back, and unfortunately for Bay of Plenty, Wellington have got it. Owen just running out of a bit of space there on the sideline. So here come the Orcas again. Anthony Vaifanga. Wellington would love to strike back, and strike back now. Got more of a power game up the middle, haven't they, Wellington? That's what they're trying to utilise. Feel that's their strength. Some big forwards there. Utilising again, trying to bash Bay of Plenty players up the middle, but so far they've handled the big Wellington forwards pretty well in the game so far. Here's Todd. Byford in there making another tackle for Bay of Plenty, alongside Trey Sayers. Here's Richards. Oh, he got smashed and the ball's gone forward, and Bay of Plenty have got it back. Another keen tackle has resulted in Bay of Plenty dropping the ball again right there. That's hard luck for Jackson Williams. I tell you what, if he'd caught that, it might have opened up. So Richards to feed the scrum. Great chance here for Wellington. And now Samuelu. He's got 2 tries in the tournament so far. Samuelu. Again, Harema Sione. Trying to settle it up, but this Bay of Plenty tackling continues to be pretty secure. Keep it on the short side, and now driving through is Teal, but he's going nowhere there. Harema Sione. Now Todd. That's the goal line right there. Ethan Todd's not going to get it down, and he's held up over the line. So Todd. Wellington would love to score here. That looks a little sloppy by Wellington, and I think there were knock-ons both ways there. But most certainly the first one came from the Orcas. So Bay of Plenty will get possession. Oh no, it's a Wellington feed. Well, Bay of Plenty knocked it on. No knock-on from Wellington there. So Richards to feed the scrum. So this time, here comes Ikanasio Brown. Taitua. Again, well handled by Bay of Plenty's defence. They're tackling through Tyler Hansen. That time is good. Bit of a roll on here though as Todd hits it up for the Orcas. Ekanasio. Here's Richards. And a big player on the left, Vaifanga. He's too big and strong that time, Anthony Vaifanga. And he has scored for Wellington. It's got the Orcas on the board. Vaifanga getting his first try of the tournament. He's proved damaging in this game. Rangatai College boy. And he gets Wellington on the board and tightens this game up on the scoreboard nicely with 2 minutes to play until half-time. Now here's Whaanui Richards trying to convert this goal. Wellington have lost their main goal kicker to injury, Sean Felice. So, unfortunately for him, he's out, and they now have to have Richards kicking goals. Tough conversion attempt for him to start with. These kicks are important, of course, with 2 points on for the offer. Yeah, that one's sliding across the face. So 6-4, the score remains in this game. I hope you're enjoying the coverage here, folks, of the National Youth Tournament, the NZRL's National Youth Tournament for 2023. Another game coming at 2:15 this afternoon between Wellington and Bay of Plenty again, but in the under-18s grade. This game here in the 16s. Richards Tefo kicks off. Fielded nicely by Richards. And now Woolley with the first carry and a great hit on him. It was a super tackle by Mania Christiansen. Now Wellington looking to be a little bit more ambitious out the back line as we hit half-time. And that will beat that with that pass going to ground there from Mason Carey for Wellington. So there we are, half-time. It's a nice tight game, this one. Just a try piece in it. Amani for Bay of Plenty. Vaifanga for Wellington. It's 6-4.
Solid feast.
Kia ora. Let's get you ready to go out there and have an epic rugby league game. But first things first, let's have a A simple warm-up is a game changer. Not only will it improve your performance, but it will reduce the chances of you getting an injury. And if you want to skip the sore muscles, don't skip the cool down. Now, tackling is a big part of the game, so don't cheat on the technique. A good tackle technique will help keep everyone safe. Collisions happen all the time, so it's important to know how to spot a concussion and what to do if it happens to you or a teammate. Sweet as, have a then go get into it.
At Pertec, we understand that our customer needs their plant and equipment up, running and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Using only world-class product from the likes of Bridgestone and Yokohama, there is no compromise for your valuable machines. Our attention to detail and precision is second to none. It's this customer experience that separates Pertec from the pack. Pertec will keep you operating.
Well, thank you for staying with us here. It's just on the second half of this Bay of Plenty Wellington game. Winner through to play 5th and 6th tomorrow morning in the 16s. And it is 6 points to 4 to the Bay at half-time. And I can tell you in the major semis that are being played at the moment, half-time in those games too. South Island leading the Auckland Vulcans 14 points to 0. And Waikato leading Akarana by 10 points to 4. So that raises the prospect. Could we have a final tomorrow in the 16s, which we're, of course, broadcasting live at 11 o'clock? That does not involve an Auckland team. That could happen now with both the South Island and Waikato in front in their semi-finals. So we'll see how that goes over the next 20 minutes. Second half underway here with Wellington kicking off against Bay of Plenty. Bay of Plenty have been very good in this game. Sputahi carries for the first one, and now here's one of their better impressive players is Ronan Byford. He's given his all in that first half. Great effort from him. Here's Richard Steffo. Oh, poor pass. Completely missing Dobson there. Back to salvage it is Dane Walker. Whoops. Gone a bit sloppy there for Bay of Plenty. Gee, that's unfortunate for them as Dobson went back and dropped it. So a bit messy there from him and Walker. So they're going to have to tighten up on defence here. As Wellington have a massive opportunity to hit the lead for the first time in this game now. Full set, 15 metres out. Artemesione offloads it to Bentio. Ignacio Brown at dummy half. And now Artemesione again takes to carry himself this time, and there's a penalty. The referee didn't like the no arms being used there. Shoulder charge is ruled in that tackle. Richards. Here's Woolley running at defenders. Woolley almost barging his way through. Next up, player up is Todd. Poor pass that time. Ekanasio couldn't get it. And it's picked up by Bay of Plenty. And they might escape here, the Lakers. That's good play. Good short ball. And up goes Byford again. Oh. Delighting the locals at the moment, Ronan Byford. And a penalty as well. Oh, good on him. Well, that's the second outstanding run that Ronan Byford has executed in his own half in this game. One in each half now. Very impressive. So Bay of Plenty done well to hang on there, not concede the points. And now get themselves into an attacking position to have a full set here. The referee's just paused play. There must be an injury just out of our shot here to one of the players. So play to restart now. Throwing himself straight into the action, Christiansen. Lost its headgear, but good gutsy run from him. Now Byford once again. Richard Steffo. Jackson Williams. And now hitting the line strongly is Hansen. And Dante Hansen's over. Second try for Bay of Plenty. And Dante Hansen nails it for the home team, getting through that tackle of Richards and getting enough momentum into his run to go over the line. So well done to Dante Hansen. Gets his first try of the tournament and the Bay second of this game. And gets into a 6-point margin, and now we have Richard Steffo with the opportunity to get Bay of Plenty up beyond that 6-point margin for the first time in the game. So no conversion there for Richard Steffo. So score will remain 10-6. So a great way to start the second half of the Bay. Good kick-off by Wellington, but well handled by Jackson Williams. And straight into it, Putahi with the first carry again. Sayers waits at dummy half. He's been reliable, dependable at dummy half. There's a good tackle by Woolley. He's injected himself nicely into the contest. From the interchange, and there's a little error. Geez, there can't have been much in that one, but referees picked up the slightest of nudge there and that play the ball. Can't have been much in that, but fair play to Woolley. There was a good tackle from him and has lured the error out of the Lakers. So now, Wellington again with a big chance. Being down in the red zone plenty of times. Just haven't executed as reliably as they might have wanted. Taitua with that tackle, or that play for Wellington. Now throwing himself into the line is Benjamin Faitala. Isaiah Ekanosio-Brown gives it to Murray Leapepe. So Wellington right on Bay of Plenty's line. Bay of Plenty's goal line defence has been really good in the game so far as Woolley tries to find a way through. Richards back on the inside. Got to be careful not to run behind his teammate there. Last play now for the Orcas. There's a little short side play. The kick, though, is fielded nicely. And Bay of Plenty have got possession again. Well done there to Dane Walker to seal it off for the Bay. So their goal line defence is solid again. Wellington's last tackle plays haven't been particularly effective, unfortunately. So Dante Hansen's struggling with a leg injury after that play. Maybe just some cramp. Remember, he got that try just a couple of minutes ago. So it doesn't look anything more serious than cramp there for Dante Hansen. Play continuing. And now here comes Christiansen again. Now I've got some space on this left edge. Male Etami half. Two fantastic runs from him in the first half. Here goes the kick from Hansen, Tyson Hansen. A little bit messy on that last play from Bay of Plenty. So here comes Graham now for Wellington. Mahina Rangi Graham, and that was finished off nicely. And it's you-know-who again, Byford. Taitua is hit hard by the Bay of Plenty defence. Muscling up nicely, going in there, Hunter Gillett this time. But Wellington get the penalty. Well, Wellington really need to be the next scorers. The way this game feels close, doesn't it? Very little between these two teams. Oh, great charge into the line by Wellington's number 5. That's Samuelu again. Scored that terrific try against Takarana yesterday. Now Woolley, it's a good run. He's really been good since coming into the game early in the second half. Richards. Now it comes to Haramis Sione. Nice pass. This is a chance for Wellington. Good footwork. And there is the score for Robinson, who's going over to score it. So TJ Robinson gets the try, and Wellington needed that, and lovely play there from Harima Sione just to draw in that extra defender and create the space. And Robinson did the rest. 10-8 with the kick to come. Could have a tied ball game in just a moment. Now, with this being a playoff game, we will need, if the teams are tied at the end of it, we will need extra time. Golden point will be played. So here's this kick now for Harima Sione. Yeah, pokes it through nicely. So 10-all. Good kick from Harima Sione. So 9 minutes to play, and we have a locked-up scoreline. Beautifully poised this contest. Just a score update on the major semis too. South Island leading Auckland 14-0. Still no change to that halftime score. And Waikato have scored another try against Aotearoa, lead 16-8. So both the leaders of those two games more than a try clear. Here comes Wellington now off the kick-off. There's Robinson, the try scorer. with the next play.
Get up there, hit him, Cody.
Still 8.5 to play. Plenty of time left for something to happen in this game. Sola with the next carry. Richard standing wide of the ruckers. So is Woolley. If he can offload that, might have opened up there for the Orcas. And a penalty goes to Wellington. So Logan Paul Woolley doing a great job. Again, the number 8. I like the way Wellington are playing him wide of the ruck. He looks like a good ball carrying option. Running wide there. Logan Paul Woolley. Well, some good enterprising play. Got Wellington a try. Starting a set from around about here. The last time they were down here. And now Vaifunga accelerates beautifully into the defensive line. Murray Lau Pepe. Titahi Bay Marlins player. Ignacio Brown's going to have a little dab from dummy half. Murray Lau Pepe at dummy half. Here's Woolley again. Nice pass time, beautifully out on that left-hand side for Graham, but he's tackled beautifully by Richard Steffo. It's a good work by the number 6 for the Bay. The defence is hanging on again here. Taitua. Tackle complete. Last play now for the Orcas. Haramasione. Almost there for Wellington. Oh, was that lost forward? It wasn't. Play on's the call, and Jackson Williams has it for Bay of Plenty. Well, Wellington just couldn't quite execute there for Mason Carey on that right wing side. And in the end, Bay of Plenty hang on and survive. There's Byford again. What a star he's been. Look at that, beating tackles. Here's the offload. Finished off nicely by the Wellington defence. Was that Bay of Plenty player? A little run there before by Hunter Gillett. But here comes Bay of Plenty again. Jackson Williams goes into dummy half. Richards Tefai on the last play. Oh, Graham gets an awkward bounce. Bay of Plenty have got it here. Oh. Yeah, knocked forward. Unlucky there for Dante Hansen, who had the opportunity. If he had kicked that up cleanly, that would have been a try to the Bay. And who knows, it might have won them the match. As it stands, Wellington have a chance. Wellington survive. So some keen Bay of Plenty defence here on Graham. Here's Carey. Oh, Carey hit hard by Bay of Plenty's number 7 on a small sledge on the field, Tyler Hansen. Wellington just starting to look a little gassed, aren't they? Having said that, there's some second phase play here for Richards. This is the 4th game, of course, that the teams have played in the last 2 days. Yes, they're only 20-minute halves, but it's tough, hard yards, these youth tournaments. Basically playing a full game yesterday and another one today. One of these players are just getting a touch leg weary. So Richards plays it. And now Sola. Four and a half to play. There goes the kick. Wellington pleased to get it out of there with that kick from Harema Sione. And it's a long, big kick, isn't it? What a beauty from the Wellington number 9. Now, was he inside the 40? Let's keep our eye on the referee here. Bay of Plenty going back. Wellington have got a 40-20. We haven't seen many of those in the tournament. What a kick there from Harema Sione. So here's Vaifunga. Vaifunga, they've got to watch him. He's got great acceleration into the line. So Wellington now a chance to really seize control of the game if they can score here. Woolley. Again, the Bay of Plenty goal line defence has been good in this game. They handled the big fella. Great pass to Harame Sione. Here it is for Wellington, perhaps. No. Die for the line. No, hang on. No try. No try. It's a handover. Is there a little knock on in the in goal area there? It's going to be a scrum, in fact. Yeah, referees ruled, I think. Well, there must have been the slightest of knock-ons as Wellington went to pick up the ball there. Don't think it was the fifth tackle. Well done to Bay of Plenty for hanging on again. Now they won't want to make a mistake here, and that could cost them the match. Whaanui Richards is over. Wellington hit the lead for the first time in the game, and Richards just a little too cute in front of their own post, weren't they? Dropped by Hansen. And Whaanui Richards goes over to score a second try of the tournament. Got one in a draw, a 10-all draw with Mid Central. So Wellington 14-10 with a kick to come under the post as well. That's a killer for Bay of Plenty. It's a real bummer for them. With 2 minutes to play, there won't be any hurry here for Harame Sione to line up this goal. He'll want to use up as much time as he can on that clock. Bay of Plenty are going to need to go short from the kickoff in the hope of regaining possession to have any chance really of scoring what will probably need to be a converted try now to send it to extra time. And that's exactly what they're going to need to do, is Harame Sione gets Wellington a 6-point lead, 16-10. In fact, they won't have time. That'll be that to Wellington. A try in the last second to win the game, and they've beaten the Bay by 16 points to 10. Vaifunga, Robinson and Richards with that try, and 2 goals to Harame Sione have done it. And wow, Bay of Plenty, they pay the ultimate price for that error in front of their own posts by conceding the match. But Amani and Hansen did well to score tries. But in the end, Wellington are going to go through to play for 5th and 6th tomorrow morning with victory in this 16s game. We're going to come back at 2:15, so about half an hour, for our last match of the day. And it's going to be another Bay of Plenty Wellington clash in the 18s division.